How's it going, guys? Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are back on the grind for, of course, some dawning weapons. And what we're looking at today is probably going to be the last one I look at, but it's going to be one of the biggest bangers from the event. And of course, it's going to be the good old Glacioclasm. Now, I don't think I've ever really reviewed the Glacio and thought that it was bad. This thing's always just been an absolute banger fusion rifle. But yeah, this is a dawning event weapon. This is going to, of course, be high impact frame and everything. And if you don't know the Glacioclasm, it's a fusion rifle that can absolutely wreak havoc in both PvP, PvE. But you will see on the screen all the roles you can kind of get. And honestly, it's got some S tier roles in both sort of scenarios. As I said, PvP, slide shot, successful, slide shot, high impact, slide shot, freaking fragile. All going to be dope. It still has under pressure too if you want to go for that as well, because obviously you start with 2 bullets in PvP. But PvE is probably where you're going to see the most success with this. With something like overflow and controlled burst, you get some insane damage and also a really good charge time with that controlled burst. Obviously, I only have the reservoir burst, which I will still say it's going to be dope with the overflow, because obviously overflow, it works off your base mag. So if I have 5 in the mag and I have overflow, it goes up. I have reservoir burst until it gets lower than 5. But I will say that control burst will be the S tier perk you look for PvE. And I will say with control burst, this thing's going to be a banger. How you do get this, of course, though, is by going to Tess. She is going to have it. You can unlock it through the event, of course, but you have to get your first roll. And then once you do, you can somewhat focus it as long as you buy either this exchange ticket or this limited exchange ticket. And then you can focus it here and everything. So without further ado, let's go into PvP with the Glacioclasm fusion rifle. Alrighty, so we are going to be using our Glacioclasm in some PvP, of course, on the biggest map of all time. But you know what? We got a Glacioclasm, so it shouldn't really matter. But this is what it's going to look like and everything. It is a sick looking weapon. I mean, I got to give him that as well. It has a really nice scope to it as well, because this is going to be an Omlon weapon. And we'll get the first guy. Ooh, there's a successful warm-up kind of go now, buddy. Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Why is there so many people here already? But yeah, you can kind of see that the damage is going to be really nutty on this sort of fusion rifle. You do have to kind of pre-charge it, though. And of course, if you do whiff like me, you won't get the kill or anything. But you will always do like half damage. Oh my god, what was that? No, guys. I'm getting blasted. I do think that if you do pre-charge this and get used to high impact frames, you will do absolute work. So if I pre-fire this around the corner, you can see that the damage is going to be there. I'm going to get this guy as well now. I just got blasted. Oh, give me this freaking ammo. But you can see that the damage is definitely there. It's just obviously depends on what situation you're in, but it's just so good. I know people out of the precision frames because they're a little bit more, I'd say more situational. Like you're going to use them like pretty much everywhere, where this one said you have to pre-charge this a little bit, because if you don't, oh, that is heavy. Oh my god, we got blasted. But yeah, you do have to kind of pre-charge this because, oh, we got a cheater. Oh, we have a cheater. Oh my god. Why is it always when I'm doing well with a fusion or something, we have a cheater in the game? My man's using an aimbot with his freaking sniper. Oh, this is gonna be a fun game, boys. I might just have to leave this. I was doing so well too. Get rid of your stupid ass wall, buddy. We don't do walls here. We don't do walls here. We got the fusion going. Oh no, he's 1 HP. But yeah, that Vostro guy, I think he's cheating. Look at him. He's hitting only 1 taps with the freaking sniper. He's using the arc on like L4 whatever. But as I said, this fusion rifle, it is really dope and everything. It can definitely go in. I do think that when it comes down to it. Oh no, buddy. God, we traded. Alrighty, so we're gonna do another game, because that last game, we all know what happened, boys. We ain't dealing with that sort of shit. But this is gonna be Glacioclasm itself. As I said, it's a really dope weapon PvP. This is gonna be, of course, the same role I was using. And we'll get this guy real quick. And as I said, the damage is always gonna be there. When you get successful warm-up going, you can go a little bit faster and everything. But of course, the damage is always going to be there on this sort of weapon. And with the slide shot. Oh, let me slide. Slide shot, you dumb gun. Let me get my bullet back. My good god. But you'll see that the damage is definitely going to be there when you kind of get the successful one going. That you can just absolutely blast people with the next shot. As I said, it's one of the best fusions you can use in PvP. The only thing I will definitely say is that people will probably want to. Oh, give me this and let me freaking slide. No, that's a shotgun. But obviously, people will say to me that they'd rather precision frames. Don't get me wrong, main ingredients like the old Zero one, they are dope. I understand that people would rather go with them. Because this one, as much as people will say to me, I know that people are going to complain to me right now saying that they're no skill weapons. But there is, of course, a learning curve to this sort of weapon. I'm going to tell you right now, you will not just actually go around blasting people and thinking you're going to do absolute work with this. You do have to get used to these. I'm telling you, high impact frames, they're no freaking easy weapon to use. You got to get used to when to pre-fire with them. Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh my god, there's so many people. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Give me this guy. I'm too far away. Buddy. Can I just no-scope with it? Oh, their whole freaking squad. Obviously, you can see I'm not going to map from those sorts of ranges, especially without proccing the slide shot. If I had under pressure, maybe. But without, of course, the slide shot proc or anything as well, you're going to struggle a little bit at that sort of range and everything like that. But I will definitely say that this weapon, it still feels really, really juicy. I mean, not as good as it used to be. Of course, it's not as broken as it was, but it still feels really nice. And oh my god, give me the kill. Thank you. I might give Fragile Focus a chance as well, because I wonder actually how far the range can go, because this is pretty much max range now. Buddy. I was just not even looking at me, but there is obviously going to be a max range cap sort of on fusions where they can actually be effective. So I wonder where it is. Look at this guy though. We come up here. Oh, successful. Oh my god, there's the tear we've been looking for. A successful warm-up, kind of going ham. I'm telling you, once you get successful going, you can absolutely blast people. Oh, they are probably freaking snapping right now, because that is just such dumb crap I just did there. Now we'll get this guy. Oh, give me the successful. Okay, that's the range I shouldn't be going up, but we got him anyway. Oh my god, we're going on a tear, boys. We're going on a tear. Give me some kills, boys. Keep the train going. The hype train. Oh, the hype train's pulled out of the station. It's gone, boys. It was good while it lasted, boys. It was good while it freaking lasted. But I definitely will say that this fusion, you can kind of see that you can just go on a tear when you kind of get it going. Especially when you get your first kill or whatever. That is where you're going to see, of course, it going in like ham. And successful is just... It's so dope. Obviously, you got to get a kill so people might not want it. But it keeps people unawares because they think you're going to be going in with, of course, the high impact. And then you just blow your load within like a second. So it can just be really good for catching people off guard. And I just think overall, Glacioclasm is just a banger of a freaking thing. Now, can I get this ammo, please? Yo, where's my brick? Pick it up, buddy. We need the ammo. We got a review to do. There's going to be a couple muchachos here, though. We'll get them real quick. We got successful going. Oh, no. Oh, my God, there goes the kill streak. Okay, he just triple tapped me with a hand cannon. I was not expecting to be that close, but yeah, as I said, it's so dope, this fusion rifle. I cannot say enough how good this thing is. Probably one of the best Dawning sort of event weapons to kind of get your hands on. Especially when you get... Oh, give me the kill. What the... Yo. How did I not kill him? But especially when you kind of get the damage going in, it can just go in real ham as a successful warm-up, whatnot. Pretty dope. Against a kill streak, or a freaking... Not kill streak, a super. I might be able to kill him. But realistically, it's such a long charge time, so you need like control burst probably to actually like 2 burst and whatever. But you can see that the damage is definitely going to be there. Oh my god, we got 2. Oh, I got to give it a guy who wasn't even looking at me. Let's try to go for this guy. Now, obviously, there is going to be range on this where I'm saying it won't be that great and everything. My man actually killed a super. You got a super over there. You got a super killer. You got a super killer. Oh god, guys, someone... Where's my team at, huh? Where the hell's my team at? Where my team at? Where my team at? And the guy dipped. Okay, go back. But yeah, I will say that this fusion, I just think it's dope. I just think you can just definitely go ham with it. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do it, guys. He was going to kill me otherwise. I didn't mean to pop that. I meant to pop my rift. What the hell? All right, boys. Well, time to see the range of this. Oh my god, I got juked. Oh my god. No, buddy. There's no way you do that to me. There's no way. Give me the heals. Oh my god. Okay, buddy. Guys, what is going on? Their whole team is here. I can't be frozen. I cannot be frozen. Oh, I can't be. Oh, I can't be now. Oh, get me out. Am I not dead? Oh, what a radiant placement, boys. You know, I totally meant that. I knew the sequence of events. Call me freaking, what's it called? The Prophet, because I see it all that coming. Look at this guy, though. And there's a charge time. That's so ass. That's what I mean by you kind of get used to the charge time, though, because, ooh, the aerial effectiveness. All right, so that's already going to be game, set, and match, of course, with our little Glacioclasm that could. As I said, this is probably one of the best fusions in the game right now. I will definitely say that overall. You probably have to get a little bit used to how this works. As I said, you're not going to be able to just pick this up and know straight away in the slay. Maybe you will. But for the most part, you have to get used to pre-charging this thing. Because if you don't pre-charge this weapon... Boys. If you don't pre-charge this weapon, though, I'm telling you, you will struggle a lot with it. Because it needs you to be able to freaking get the shot off real fast. And without pre-charging, this thing takes like a year to actually shoot. But I will definitely say that for the most part, buddy... No! How are you not dead? Get your ass back here, young man. There we go. Oh, tease up my ass. But yeah, unless you get used to this weapon, you won't do that well with it. But I'm telling you, once you master high impacts, once you master the pre-charge, whatever, it's nasty. Especially with successful warm-up on a high impact frame. The damage is still there, and you ramp up the charge time. You turn it into like a precision that does like max damage, which is just nutty and everything. Alrighty, so we are going to be going... What the hell is this guy? I have never seen this guy in my life. The Ascendant Guard. My man's a freaking Giga Chad. Oh my god, he's got a cannon. We are going to go in with our PvE side of things, of course, with the little fusion rifle that could. This should be pretty dope with the... I have Falcons on and everything, but... With the overflow and the reservoir burst, my man, look at this Giga Chad. But with overflow reservoir burst, we should be able to just blast things super fast. As I said, reservoir burst is dope. Of course, I will. Oh my god, this worked. I haven't done the arms dealer in years. But of course, this sort of fusion rifle with reservoir burst, it will be really nice for the explosion. When you throw on Falcons too, you just get that extra little bit of an explosion. I will say, control burst for me would still be the best perk to kind of go in with. It's just way more kind of bang for your buck, but this is where I'm talking about the Falcons, of course, with it. It will, of course, be great with the freaking, what's it called, the reservoir burst and everything like that, but volatile, of course, with like a control burst sort of roll, will go absolutely ham, and you will definitely see the damage will be nutty on this sort of weapon. Of course, being able to spam out the invis is great, but the main thing you're kind of looking at is going to be the damage that this does generally by itself, because it's just so freaking nice. I mean, the biggest enemy you're going to have with this is probably going to be your ammo, because I'm finding freaking none of it. But yeah, I will say that the reservoir burst or control burst on this, it's both going to do great. Overflow as well, though. It's just like the perk you need to have now. What the? Has this changed? When did this strike change? I'm so confused. I haven't done it in so long. But yeah, as I said, you can kind of see with the overflow and everything, you can get, of course, your reservoir burst going pretty consistently with it. Of course, one ammo pickup and I have like 3 or 4 shots of the reservoir burst, which it honestly used to be the god tier sort of PvE role. I definitely will say though, ever since control burst came out, that's been more of the role to kind of go with. I do have the dawning surprise actually on this, so that's also another nice thing it has for PvE. But of course, with the introduction of control burst, I will definitely say reservoir burst has fallen off a little bit, but I still think the Glacial PvE, it can go in really well. There's not much other weapons, like null composures are great and Cartesian coordinates and stuff, but if you're going for a high impact frame, I think Glacioclasm is up there at being the best high impact for PvE. Alrighty, we actually have some bullets. There we go, 15 in the mag. So you can see I have about 7 bullets of this reservoir burst, and that's what I'm saying. Reservoir can be nice when you get actual ammo pickups. The weapon itself, it is probably one of the best, mainly because it is void too. So when it comes to actual builds, there is a ton of builds you can kind of spam out and everything, but the reservoir burst can just be so nice for the extra little bit of damage. You mean, as I said, when you have it kind of spammed out with a bunch of ammo bricks, it just goes so much better. It's just such a cool ass perk that can kind of go in. Now guys, we need to get this guy. I have the volatile too, so we'll get these. What the? Yo, game, why are they teleporting? What? Where the hell did the big dude go? He's over here. Give me this reservoir so I can actually blast this dude. There we go, there's the damage. But yeah, with of course the set overflow and everything, it just comes in clutch way better. As I said, it's just a really dope ass perk. One of these sorts of rolls and everything. Oh, there's so many people. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Explode, boys. Explode. The volatile with, of course, the glacier and the reservoir. Oh, it's glorious, boys. It's freaking glorious now. Can we give it ammo? Nah. If you want to use this, though, just as kind of like a normal void weapon like this, you definitely can. Like, this doesn't have to have either the reservoir or, of course, the control burst. It is just nice to have it because you can get things going especially well with the builds. But even just a normal volatile build, you can kind of see with just Viagra Falcons, it can do absolute work, especially against lots of enemies like this. Like, you can definitely see. I mean, it can just go ham in of itself, so you don't have to have, of course, the reservoir or the control burst rolls. With the reservoir burst, though, the damage is definitely going to be there, of course, with, of course, volatile too. You can do work either way, but I will definitely say overall, this fusion rifle, it is really dope PvE. I just think it's definitely one of the best ones you can kind of go in with at this day and age. I mean, rapid fire frames will do work, but if you want something that is meaty in the damage department, this is definitely going to be it. When you get the reservoir, as I said, like at 14, it means 7 shots. That is where you're going to see the juicy ass damage. So we just go invis and then we shoot this guy, and there's the reservoir coming in with the volatile, which is just, as I said, it's so freaking juicy. I mean, your biggest enemy for this whole thing is 100% going to be just ammo. Ammo is legit your biggest freaking enemy in this freaking build and everything. But as I said, overall, it just goes ham. I mean, Look at everything just blow up. We'll get these guys. They're just both dead. We'll get this guy. He's running away from me, buddy. Thank you. He's dead too. So it's so good in the right build. 100% will say. It's worth grinding out. Is it good worth focusing? I do think with FOMO and everything, it's probably worth getting your hands on a roll because we obviously don't want to get FOMO'd or whatnot. But I think for the most part anyway, you're going to do well with just a normal ass roll. So don't be thinking you need to grind your ass off for the absolute god roll. A decent control burst roll or decent reservoir with overflow. They're the rolls you're kind of looking for. You don't really need to bother really too much about the barrels and the range or whatever. You're mainly looking for those perks because that's what gives it the juicy feeling. Oh, here's some ammo though. We are blessed, boys. Blessed. Oh my god, look at that. Alrighty, time for final boss time, of course, with the little Glacioclasm. Not good. As I said, I have no idea who's on my I have no idea who's my teammate and who's my freaking what's it called, an enemy cabal. They all look the same, to be honest. I know there's blue and everything, but my good god, it's so hard to discern. Well, that is it for me, and of course the Glacioclasm itself. As I said, overall this thing is just an absolute banger of a fusion rifle. I will say I didn't really notice the Dawning Surprise going off too much. This is an extra origin trait on it because it is a Dawning weapon, but of course you can go for the fluid dynamics if you want, especially with overflow. You'll basically have this going near all the time as long as special ammo is flowing. That's your biggest enemy PvE anyway. It's gonna be the ammo economy because unless you have everybody kind of running like finders or whatever, you're gonna struggle for ammo because you want to spam this thing out. But I will say overall, Glacioclasm, both PvP, PvE, this is just an absolute banger. As I said, I've never reviewed this and thought like this is bad or anything. There was never really time it was bad. There was a stage where fusions weren't great, but even in that stage, the Glacioclasm still wrecked out. I mean, even the old like what's it called, rental sort of rolls as well, which is what the Glacioclasm pretty much is. Those sort of rolls still went in as well. So rental Glacioclasms, they've always been just like freaking god tier fusion rifles, and I will say it's still up there. I know the charge time is really long in these, but once you master the craft of the high impact frames, you will not turn back, boys. They can go in. Precision frames are of course a bit more I will say reliable in most situations because you can get the charge off really fast and everything, but I will still say Glacioclasm, absolute banger about PvP, PvE, and especially with successful warm-up. Once you get on a train, once you get in a roll, it's so hard to stop it. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and if you see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you next collective in the next one.